Good evening, good evening, good evening. Listen, I want to personally take the time to welcome you to the Vitamin M Show with Marchelle Sterling. Listen, where the M stands for motivation. Before we get started on tonight, I want to ensure that you are ready. Hey, ready. I want to make sure that you are ready for the show on tonight. So please ensure that you have the following: a note-taking device of your choice. It may be pen and paper, it may be a computer. However you choose to take notes, you are going to want to take notes on tonight. So number one, have your note-taking device. Come with an open heart and an open mind and ready to receive all that is going to be shared and poured out on tonight. I need you to make sure that when you enter the Vitamin M, you are ready to receive. You are open. You have an open heart. You have an open mind. You are ready to take notes because this is your Vitamin M for the week, your motivation that is going to keep you going. So get ready to receive your weekly recommended dose of Vitamin M with Marchelle Sterling. This is your Vitamin M. This is your motivation for the week. Get your vitamins. I see you getting your vitamins A. I see you getting your vitamins A. I see you getting your vitamins A. Get your vitamins. Get your vitamins. Get your vitamins. Yes! I see you getting your vitamins A. I see you getting your vitamins A. I see you getting your vitamins A. Get your vitamins. Get your vitamins. Get your vitamins. Yeah! Good evening! Welcome to the Vitamin M Show, where the M stands for motivation. Listen, I am your girl, Marchelle Sterling. It is a privilege and an honor that you choose to join me every Sunday night at 6:30. Listen, to get your inspiration, to get your motivation. I am, once again, Marchelle Sterling. I am your home girl next door. I am your fire starter. I am your source of hype. I am your fire starter once again. I am here to get you all pumped up for the journey that you are equipped to go on. We are equipping you for the journey. We are equipping you for the journey. And we have each Sunday night, we have three purposes. What are the three objectives every single solitary night when I come to impart and to pour into your spirit? What is it that I want to do? Listen, we are here to do three things and three things only. That is to break down walls, to produce positive thinking, and to exhibit resilience amid any situation. I'm going to say them again. It is to break down walls, to produce positive thinking, and to exhibit resilience amid any situation. I need you to be able to show up and show out no matter what comes in your life. Listen, I am a walking and talking example of these three goals. My daily journey is to be able to break down the walls in my personal life. I produce the positive thinking, and amid anything in my life, I'm going to keep going because I don't want to be a hypocrite. I want to be a great example for you, to show you that you have to keep going, because while we are on this journey, listen, we are doing what? We're crushing goals. We're living our best life. We're finding those hidden opportunities so that we position ourselves to be a finisher. And listen, I want to challenge you on tonight to do one thing while we are crushing goals, living our best life, looking for those hidden opportunities and positioning ourselves to be a finisher. When we are engaged in all of these things, listen, I want you to do one thing. Do something that brings value to your life. do something that brings value to your life. Do something, do something, do something, do something, do something. I want to bring it on home on tonight, and I want you to understand that I want you to get up. I need you to get up, and I need you to do something. It doesn't matter what that something is. Do something that brings value to your life. We must all stop and take time to assess our lives and to make some determinations. You need to pause. You need to stop and slow down just a little bit while you are on the road to crushing your goals. Sometimes we're on the highway of goal crushing, and we're crushing goal after goal after goal after goal after goal. But we need to stop and do something that brings value to your life. What adds value to my life? See, you need to make it personal. What adds value to my life and not takes away from my life? I don't want anything that takes away. I want things that add value, that help me to accomplish those things that I know that I want to accomplish. What adds to me, not takes away from me. Even when I enter a relationship, a friendship, whenever I enter a business partnership, I want people that are surrounding me. I want things that are in my life that add value to my life. Listen, when I buy things, I want to buy things that add value to my life, that makes my life a little bit easier, so that I don't have to spend so much time doing a certain thing, because this is going to add value to my life. It's going to make my life better. I only want deposits. I don't want withdrawals, because it's just the same thing with a bank. When I go to put money in, how do I add to my account? How do I make my account have more money? How do I add value to my account? I add value to my account by simply making deposits. Even if it's $1 at a time, it was $1 more than what I had before I started. It's $1 more than what I had before I start. And my if my account begins to go down and go into negative, guess what? I'm making withdrawals. I'm taking things out. I'm removing money from my account. I don't want to do things that deplete me. I want to do things that add value to my life. I want to do things that multiply my life, that multiply what happens in my life. That's what I want to happen. But let's slow down just a little bit, and let's define what is value. What is the definition of value, so that we are on a common ground together, so that we have a common definition and we are talking about the same thing? Because you want to add value to your life, because it is critical for your existence. It's critical for your health. Your health and your life depends on adding value, adding value, adding value. Have you ever been in any kind of relationship of any sort, and you're always the one that you feel like, I'm always giving, I'm always giving? It's not even just a feel. You know that I'm always giving, I'm always giving, I'm always giving, and I'm not getting anything out. This is a one-sided relationship. I don't like one-sided anything. I don't like one-sided friendships. Because have you been that person that you're always the one that's encouraging the other person, that's going to their events, that's always remembering their birthday, that's always doing the small things? Are you that person? That means that you're adding value to the relationship, but you're not getting anything out of the relationship. See, I am quick to exit a relationship where it's one-sided and I am the only one that is adding value to that relationship. This is a two-way street. Just as much as I can call and support you, you can call to support me. I want to be praying for somebody, but I want somebody to be in exchange and be praying for me. I need a prayer partner. I need somebody going down for me. I need somebody getting on their knees for me. I need somebody, we're going down together. We are praying together. We are in this like two flat tires. No matter what happens in my life, you are here to encourage me. You are here to help keep me on track. You are here to remind me of my purpose that is adding value to my life. It's adding value. It's adding value. I don't want to be the only one that's adding value. I don't want to be the smartest one in the friendship. I want it to be a give and a take, a him and a her, an exchange of greatness together. That's what I want. That's what I want out of this. So what is the definition of value? Value is defined as the regard that something is held to deserve, the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. A person's principles or standard of behavior, one's judgment of what is important in life. Some of those definitions, a couple of those jumped out at me. The regard that something is held to deserve. The regard that something is held to deserve. That means that this thing, whatever that it is, it deserved the regard to which I hold it because of what this thing has done, their record, their history. See, this thing has a history of working. This thing has a history of working out. So because of its track record, it is held to a certain regard. It's the same thing when you get ready to go buy something. I go look at the reviews because I want to know to the value that the people hold it. Is it worth what I'm about to spend on it? And the other part of the definition that I like is one's judgment of what is important in life. It means that what's important to me, it is what is important to me. It's the price tag, the worth that I place on a thing. So I hold the power to determine the value that a thing holds in my life. Did you hear what I said? I have the ability to assign the value that something holds in my life. Are you giving something too much value or someone too much value? Are you giving them too much control over your life, over who you are, over what you do, over how you react? You possess the power to make the judgment call as to what does that thing hold value in your life. Do something that adds value to your life. Stop assigning things value in your life that it does not deserve. Do something that adds value to your life. We will finish our discussion after these messages.
Marchelle Sterling is available for your next event.
Known for her energetic speaking style and down-to-earth teaching, Marchelle has made a positive impact on her audience at every engagement.
Whether it is a keynote address, conference, workshop, breakout session, or staff meeting, Marchelle brings the same fire and excitement to every session.
Listen, y'all need to get into this Sterling experience. There is nothing like it.
It's the Sterling experience. It was dynamic.
To be here for the next one, your life is going to look different when you walk out of these doors.
And if you need a speaker for your engagement, you need to book her. Listen, she's going to bring the energy, she's going to bring the fire, she's going to bring all the points. A+ experience.
To bring the Sterling experience to your next event, scan the QR code on the screen or go to www.marchellesterling.com.
Do something. That something is an action. It means do something that brings value to your life. Listen, the lack of knowledge is the reason why we don't handle the business and do what we need to do. You possess the power is within. You have the power to assign. You have the power to assign the value that something holds in your life. That is the key to get into your goals is you possess the power, not the other person. You are the beholder of the power. Use your power. Listen, my husband preached access granted. You have the access. You have the key. The key is yours. It is yours. You can assign the thing in your life, the value that you want it to hold. You shouldn't allow others to have access to what you have been granted access to. The access is yours. It's like they tell you at work and pretty much anywhere in life, anything in life that you do with technology, you need a little passcode to get in. You got to have a passcode to get on your social media accounts. You got to have a passcode to get into work. You got to take your badge at work and boop your badge onto the card reader. Whatever it is, you have been determined on where you are in your job, and your level determines your access to the building. What all can you see in the system? And they tell you, don't share your passwords. There's all this about don't share your passwords. Don't write your passwords down. Don't do this. You got to keep your passwords in your mind so that nobody else can get your passwords. It's the same thing. Do something that adds value to your life, but don't give other people access to your value. Don't give other people access to your value. Stop telling them about your value. Stop telling them how to access your value and letting them into the secret code. You have the secret code. You have the top level. You're the only one that can get in. You're the only one that can see it. Why are you giving them access? Why are you sharing your access code? That's a violation of the rules. You getting kicked out the company. You gonna get fired. You done gave away your password because they went and did something stupid. They went and accessed your stuff, sent out some crazy emails and did something they weren't supposed to do. They went and spent the money in your bank account, and that's not what you had it there for because you granted somebody else access. Don't give them access and the ability to determine the value in your life. I am in control of my destiny. And since I am in control, I am not going to give anybody else the ability to control what I am supposed to be in control of. So I will ask you again, what adds value in your life? Do something that adds value in your life. What is that? What is that? You must decide what puts you in your happy place. Is it what puts you in your happy place? What adds? You have to determine. When I say do something, you got to know what to do, right? Because if I tell you to do something that adds value, and you like, Marchelle, I don't even know what to do. What makes you happy? What gets you to that place? What makes you feel accomplished and achieved? Is it resting? Is it traveling? Is it reading? Is it learning something new? Creating service to others, exercising, sitting quietly? What brings you value? What brings you value? Because you are the co-creator of your future, and you have to decide to do something that brings you value. So you have to figure out life is too short not to do what you love, what you are passionate about. Life is too short. We'll look around and this life is gone, and you get to the end and try to figure out, what did I do? I did nothing. So you have to figure out those things that add value to your life. Is it achieving a goal? Do something that adds value to your life. Is it checking things off the list? Do something that adds value to your life. For me, yes, it is checking things off my to-do list because it creates a feeling of accomplishment, of goal setting, that, you know what, I'm actually not just sitting on the sideline making excuses and being tired and coming up with reasons not to do it. That checking the list says, you know what, I'm on top of it. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm getting 1 inch closer to where I'm supposed to be. So for me, it is also serving others because I'm in my happy place when I am motivating and recording and inspiring you, when I know that somebody is going to get something out of this, when I know that this is going to cause somebody else, it's going to spark that something in them and it's going to have them to get up and to do something that brings value to my life. It brings value when I hear from you, the impact that the Vitamin M Show has on your life. Marchelle, I love that episode. It did this and it caused me to do that. And I was running and I heard everything you said. And I thought you were right in my house. I thought you were talking directly to me. Listen, get up and do something. Do something that adds value to your life. See, those comments add value to my life and it keeps me going so that it keeps me in check because I don't want to be a hypocrite. See, I want to be a role model. I want to be a walking and living example. And so when I hear that, it causes me to be like, okay, Marchelle, keep going. Okay, Marchelle, keep going. Okay, Marchelle, keep going. You haven't gotten where you need to be yet because there are so many other people that you need to impact. Because see, when I say I want to be a role model, I'm not saying that I'm looking for perfection. I'm not trying to be perfect. I just want to be found at least trying because practice doesn't make perfect. Practice does not equal perfection. Practice equals progress. Practice equals progress. Practice equals progress. Practice doesn't equal perfection. I'm not looking to be perfect. I'm just looking to keep going, just to make progress, just to keep just 1 inch closer to my goal. Each day you must decide to do something that brings value to your life so that you are once again 1 step closer to where you need to be. Listen, here's what I want you to do. I want you to, after the show is over, we're not now in the middle of the show, not in the middle of the show, at the end of the show, I want you to find a quiet place, free from people and free from distractions. I want you in a quiet place with a notebook and a pen or your note-taking device of choice. Doesn't matter to me. And I need it to be quiet. You could put on a little jazz music and sit there. And I want you to pause and allow yourself, I want you to take 3 deep breaths before you get started. And then I want you to think about as many times as possible moments that make you feel happy, joyful, fulfilled, fully present, proud of yourself, focused. What are those moments? Just let them roll through your mind. And then I want you to think about how I want you to write them down. Number 1. And then how did you truly feel in that moment? Was it truly a moment that added value for you? So how did that moment make you feel? And what were you doing in the moment? You need to know specifically what were you doing in that moment when you felt the joy, the happiness, the focus, the fulfillment, the accomplishment. What were you doing? And that's all I want you to write down. What were you doing? And how did you truly feel? As many things as you can think of. And then I want you to go back. Then I want you to stop. And I want you to go back the next day. I want you to go to the same place at the same time if possible. And I want you to pull that list out. And then I want it to be free of people and free of distractions. And I want you to look at your list and I want you to pull your list out. And I want you to read over it and I want you to review the list. And then I want you to determine from the list the value moments that you can duplicate. What are those moments that you can replicate? Because what are those moments that you can repeat? What are those things that you can remind yourself? This is a value added moment. This is a value added moment. This is a value added moment. Because what we are doing is we are setting ourselves up. You are giving yourself what can I do? You're giving yourself a track record, basically. You're giving yourself a list of these are the times when value is added to my life. This is my track record. So that then when that imposter syndrome decides to show up, you can go back and say, but I got value added. I know those value added moments because I want you to take those moments and I want you to find a moment every single solitary day. I want you to find a moment, a time every day to take one of those moments that you've identified and replicated and replicated and replicated and replicated. So maybe it's exercising today, and maybe it's going to lunch with a friend tomorrow, and maybe it's crushing a goal, but maybe it's reading, maybe it's sitting quiet, maybe it's napping. Whatever it is, I want you to replicate those moments, every a moment, one value added moment every single solitary day, because that is doing something that is adding value to your life. Find the value. Find the value in the midst of all the crazy, all the adversity, all the things, the hustle and the bustle and the rush of the day, and my kids and my husband and my job and my friends and all the things. I want you just to slow down and pause for a moment and replicate that moment. You just have to find one thing a day. Maybe it's going for a walk. How are you adding value to your life? How are you finding the joy? How are you finding those moments that bring you happiness, that bring you joy, that bring you peace? They add that value. It's value added, because it talks to yourself. It talks to your inner man that I am worthy, that I am worth it, that I got this. Maybe it's going over your positive affirmations. I am enough. I am equipped. I am all that I say that I am. I have everything that I need within me. I'm ready for this. I am built for this. I was prepared. I've been prepared for this. I have the knowledge that I need. I am a wealth of knowledge. I'm a money magnet. I have ideas. People, listen, people need me. I add value to this world. I bring value to this world. I am valuable. Those things, I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy of this. I am worthy of this. I deserve it. I have worked my booty off for this. I will graduate. I will graduate. I will make an impact. I will get the job. What are those things that you are saying to yourself? Do something that adds value even to the lives of those that are around you. Even when somebody may wrong you, choose to do something different. Show up in the space in a different way. When you could go off, when you could tell them about themselves, just show up differently. Surprise the people. Just say, hey, I didn't like the way that you said that, or I didn't like the way you handled that situation, or my order was wrong. May I please have it corrected? I would really appreciate it. I've spent my hard-earned money, and I would love to have my order changed. I really appreciate it. I know you working hard. I see your work. I see your worth. I see your value. I see all of those things that you're doing. And I appreciate you going the extra mile for me. That's adding value to somebody else's life. That's adding value to the community. That's adding value to the world. It will go a long way when you choose to do something different, when you don't do the norm, because the norm is to get loud and go off. But when I choose not to do that, I'm adding value to the world around me. My actions determine who I become. See, the value I add determines who I become in the future. Listen, our everyday actions are determined by the things that we have valued or value. I'm going to say that again. Our everyday actions determine the things that we value or have value. You walk around every day, and the way you interact in the world is determined by the things that you value. You get passionate about the things that you value. I get passionate about being on time because I value being on time. I value showing up in a space. I value being prepared. So I like time to prepare because I don't want to show up and half do anything. So I want something early so that I can give it my all, so that I know that I show up correct in the space. do something that adds value to your life and to the life of those that are around you. But you have to be able to identify the moments that have already added value in your life. And then you get in a space where you're able to create different moments that add value, and you can add them to your value added list. See, you start to create a value added list. And you can also create a value added list for others. You create that value added list so I can go back and replicate those things in my life when I'm not feeling so great today, when I'm kind of down today, that I can go back to that place because I'm replicating that happy place. I'm replicating that focused place. I'm replicating that place where all things were working for my good. I'm recreating that. I'm recreating those moments for myself and for those that are around me. Listen, do something daily that adds value to your life. Find the value in everything. This has been your Vitamin M. And Marchelle Sterling, I'll see you on next week.
Join us next week to get your weekly dose of Vitamin M. Please visit our website at www.marchellesterling.com.